Hello, this is a presentation on the REDCap Linter. We started development on the REDCap Linter about a month ago, and the goal of the project is to help prepare data files for upload into REDCap. For anybody that has done this task before, you know how tedious it can be. That data files you may get from many different sources in your organization may not exactly match the schema of a project in REDCap. And so a lot of the times you may be going through an Excel file. The headers may not match exactly the variable names in REDCap, which would cause errors on upload. The sets containing permissible values or checkbox values need to be encoded to their values in their file. And any text-based date ranges or numbers may fail validation if there's, for instance, a decimal in an integer field. So I'd like to give a short demo of the REDCap Linter and where it is today. So you can see on the left there is a form that takes a couple different entry fields. You could either give it a token, which is a way that the program can algorithmically get the data from the REDCap server in your organization. This code is open source and you can clone it for your organization, modify the config, and get it up and running in a few easy steps by reading the README on GitHub. The other form of entry is you can give a data dictionary, which you can also get by going to REDCap, going to Project Setup, and clicking on Download Data Dictionary. For this demo, I'm going to show you a project for a glioma study, which gives a questionnaire giving various intensity of headaches, and we'll see how you can use REDCap Linter to transform a data file for upload into REDCap. So just choose a file, and a data file. And the first step of the process is to match the variable names from what's located in REDCap to the header names in the data file. So you can see on the first screen there is a list of the matched fields between REDCap and the data file, and a list of those unmatched. On the left-hand side of unmatched is the REDCap field variable name, and a list of candidates, which is sorted by the best fuzzy score, which does a string distance between the two. So you can see, I'll go and match through a couple here. For patient ID, the closest match you can find is PTID. And so you can go through and match for all fields in REDCap. And what that will do is it will transform the header name in the data file. So the next time you upload the data file, it will be able to find it immediately. So I will match a couple of these right now and continue along in the process. So once you are done with this step, you can click on Save and Continue, and it will now bring you to the screens where you can resolve individual fields in the data file. So here you can see on the top is a form where I can resolve errors for any particular column, and the bottom I can see the file itself. So I'm going to go through and click on age range here because it's one of the columns you can see down below, and you can see errors in the data file are highlighted down here in red. So here I can see on the similar to the screen before, on the left-hand side, I can see choices in the permissible values that were already matched, and on the right, those that were not found in the set of permissible values in REDCap. So it does, again, a best match score here to give you a list of candidates, so you can go through and select all of them to match. Match all of these individually, and of course click no match if the set is not found in the set of permissible values. So you can go to REDCap and modify the set there. And once I click on save here, you can see the data file below being resolved. And when you click on save and continue, it will then bring you to the next field to then resolve. So you can see for sets containing permissible values, it will give you a list of candidates, and then for those containing text-based errors, it will then give you a little form that tells you what the validation is, and whether there's any mins or maxes associated with that as well. At any point along the process, you can download your progress, which will have the header names transformed, as well as the updated values for those errors that you resolved. Once you are finished with all of these, it'll bring you to the last page, or you can click to expedite. And this page, you can then download the output, which would be transformed and ready to upload into REDCap. So there's a little introduction to the REDCap linter, and I hope you find it useful. Thank you.